What's up, it's Iceman Oz, aka Jay, and today's video we're going to be talking about Star Wars Battlefront, the new DLC Battle of Jakku. So to get straight to it, it came with Jakku the map and the new game mode Turning Point. This is really the main basis of the DLC, although it did come with some extra additions and changes, including a nerf to the DL-44. Yes, it had its damage dropped down from what it was previously because it was so overpowered that no one else was using anything except the DL-44. Now it's been nerfed, and thank goodness, because it was so annoying to go up against. Some minor UI tweaks as well here and there, but nothing too serious besides that. Something though that I am concerned with out of the patch notes is I didn't see anything about the homing rockets being nerfed. Now, if you've played Star Wars Battlefront, you will know that these things are a pain in the butt, and I do not like them at all, and I think the sooner they get nerfed, the better. The fact that they are lock-on as well, it's just really annoying to play against. But let's get to the meat and potatoes of the DLC, shall we? Okay, so with Turning Point, it's basically a back and forth domination type game where you have to get the objective, and if there's any comparison that can be drawn here in terms of its game mode, it is a conquest domination, like I said, style game mode. Ironically, Turning Point is available for only this map, which is quite odd because you'd think with the addition of what I would say a very good game mode overall, there's nothing too crazy about it. The fact that there's not too many vehicles that really overpower it, but you can still have things like the ATSTs and you can fly around still. I think it's balanced pretty well. But going back to my point, it surprises me that Turning Point isn't available for more maps. It's quite odd because you'd think with the new edition of the mode that it would be available for every map. But there you go, that's not the case. However, I do believe this mode will become available for pretty much all the maps, if not a lot of the maps that are coming into the game, just off the basis that I don't think they'd design a game mode and put so much effort into it just to put it onto one map. If they do that, then I think it would be a little bit redundant, because if you play this map more than a couple of times, it really does get boring quite fast, because there's only so many times you can do the same thing over and over. So it only makes sense that they switch it up a bit. I think that this mode will die off very fast if this is the only map it can be played on. I don't think people will be attached to this for very long. I think the only reason people are playing it now is because it's the new DLC. And that won't last very long, you know, things are going to change, people will just go back to Blast and Walker Assault like they have before, and this mode will die out rather quickly, especially on PC considering it's already low player counts. The fact that they're splitting up the players as well on PC, where it's already so low, and where it's probably going to die soon if we don't focus players into certain modes because people are struggling to find games, it's really not a good addition in my opinion. Another thing I've seen people be frustrated about is the lack of a server browser. People are thinking, well, if they got to add to the game sometime, right? And no, not the case so far. There's no server browser to be seen, and not one to be seen in sight from what I know. And I gotta say it, I've said it before, I'm gonna say it again, I don't know why there isn't a server browser in this game. I understand that, you know, they're trying to codify it, but boy oh boy, without a server, it's 2015, you know, like, you'd think there'd be a server browser in the game, but hey, gotta deal with it, I guess. So with everything I'm saying, you're probably thinking I'm hating the DLC. I think that every criticism should be taken with a grain of salt, mainly because it's free. So if it is free, then what do we really have to complain about? I mean, if we were paying for this, I think that it would be a lot more worse than it actually is, but it really just is free content on top. If it does suck on a couple of ends and people have an issue with some of it, I think it is passable just because it is a free DLC. Now, if it was a part of the season pass and whatnot, I think it would be a lot more of an issue. When it comes to my experience playing on Turning Point, I must say that I thought I'd have a lot better of an experience, but the fact that I haven't had time to play it as much as I thought I would, because I did get injured a couple of weeks ago, so I wasn't able to play games much, So what's happened is a lot of the players have got much better equipment than me. They've upgraded all their stuff, so I'm a little bit behind the curve. And to add on top of that, a lot of the games I was in were pretty much team stacks where most of my teammates would be going 3-20, and then they'd have guys going 40-0. And when that happens, any game is frustrating to play. I thought I would have a good time with it, and I gotta say, I'm not, man. I'm not. Although, I still enjoy Battlefront for what it is. You know, I think that Battlefront is a really fun game. The DLC just is a bit hit and miss with me. I think I saw what they were trying to do. Again, it's free, so I can't really complain, but I think I kind of have to as a right to, you know, be honest. I can't lie to you guys. I'm going to be completely honest about it, and I'm not enjoying it as much as I thought I would. So if I had to give this DLC a score out of 10, which I've never done before, I've never given a rating to a DLC or a game before, I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. Mainly because it didn't really bring anything particularly special. The best thing out of this DLC, I'd say, is the DL44 nerf, which was super important, and I'm glad they jumped on it right away. They could have left it in the game, but they are active developers, and if this DLC showed anything, it's the fact that the developers are really into making this game the best it can possibly be. So there it is, guys. If it's your first time here, don't make it your last. I have plenty more Star Wars Battlefront on the way. So that being said, hopefully you enjoyed this video. And if you did, please like, share, subscribe, and peace.